So, we have planned a class, which is for the basics of yoga. And of course, I thought out this class to be for everybody to be able to do the movements. And if there's anything that you can do, just come into a seated position or even child's pose, which we're gonna begin in now, in child's pose. Anytime you need to take a break, remember child's pose. So if you come down into your mat, kneeling down, and then sit your hips on top of your heels, and then let the forehead find the mat. Once here you have options, you can keep your knees together or separated, depending how much space you want for your belly. You can also have your arms by your side, palms facing up, or resting in front of you, palms facing down. Whichever you decide to do, make sure this is a child's pose that you can sustain, that you can remember. For any point in class that you need to come back here, you do that. And then just notice your breath. Just notice how it comes in and out of your body. Notice at the inhale how your body grows and expands. And notice how at the exhale your body deflates and settles further into your child's pose. Anytime in class that you feel like you have lost your gentle concentration on the breathing, you can take a deep breath in and at the exhale make a loud noise. This vibrational breath have a quality of resetting us and also reconnecting the mind and the body through the breath. And if that doesn't work, child's pose again is available for you. Now without further ado, bring movement back into your body by massaging your forehead against the mat, sway sideways. To make the movement so much bigger now that you're wiggling your butt at the end. Your spine is moving all throughout. And then extend your hands so much forward that your elbows, your wrists lift off the mat. Only your fingertips are at the mat. Feel the size of your body stretching here. And then press your palms all the way down onto the mat. Shift your weight forward and up. You're in tabletop. And walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Right away go through some cat-cow. So inhale, you look up with your gaze. Point the tailbone up towards the sky. Your spine is going to arc in a smile. You are in cow. Exhale. Look down. Point the tailbone down. Your spine is going to round like a bridge. You're in cat pose. Inhale, look up, point up, cat, cow pose. Exhale, look down, point down, cat pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Keep going, your own breathing patterns tells you how to move through cat cow. On the next exhale of yours, find a neutral spine, a flat back for the name of the posture tabletop. So that means that you're looking directly down in between your hands. The crown of the head is the one that looks forward and your tailbone points directly back, not up or down like in cat cow. Take a deep breath in, exhale, curl your toes under and send your hips high for the first downward facing dog of class or inverted V-shaped pose. And just keep moving here. Don't stay still for this one. Just pedal your feet maybe or lightly hop if you can. Or maybe even now, shifting your weight forward into plank and back into downward facing dog. Whatever you need to do to awaken your downward facing dog, this is the pose that we're gonna come back into many, many times in class. And if the first one is already too much for you, you have options. You can, instead of coming all the time into downward facing dog, you can choose to come back into tabletop or any posture. Like for example, if your wrists are too much in trouble in downward facing dog, you can come into dolphin pose instead. You have options. So for now, get familiarized with downward facing dog or your preferred posture to come back into any time in class. If you're in down dog, now let's find stillness in the posture. Bend your legs a whole knot so that you can rotate your pelvis up and down, and then keep it pointing up. You're gonna have a neutral spine in your down dog, keeping that spine neutral. Only then you straighten the legs. If they stay bent, that's fine. If your heels don't reach the mat, that's fine. Just look out for that straight spine in your downward facing dog. And now look in between your hands. Take a tiny inch walk first to the top of your mat. I am going to turn around for the front of the camera. Inhale, only hinge from your hips, only halfway up. So you're gonna look like an inverted L in here, or flat back sensation like in tabletop. Point forward with the crown of the head. Support your weight with your hands at the thighs or at the shins. Avoid the knees though. This is your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way forward and up for mountain pose. First mountain pose of class. Maybe close your eyes. Find your drishti, your inner vision. Check out what muscles are working into the mountain pose. We've been in mountain pose many times throughout our lives. You need to be standing up to start walking, for example, to get out of a chair. How many times you have stopped and looked in, checking what is working for you in this posture. Check the weight of your feet. Maybe test it out, the weight. Sway from the ball of your feet towards the heel. Make the movement so much smaller that you even out the weight in between the two places of your feet. And now test your grounding. Maybe try swaying sideways. You can burn this way now. You have a strong grounding there. Your legs are active, and if you can't quite feel the activeness in there, raise your kneecaps. It will not only help you activate but avoid hyperextension on the knee. Rotate your pelvis forward, reduce a little bit of the natural curve of the spine, and squeeze your glutes to help you with that. And the core, practice your core right now. You're gonna need it in many yoga postures, so squeeze your navel up and in to activate your core. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from ears. Keep your core active. Practice that now. And then the next inhale, look up. Maybe reach back if your body allows. And exhale, roll all the way down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And we have completed a sun salutation.